Welcome back. I'm Tyler, you're watching Scarfing Scarves, and welcome to the 51st installment of Last Week Lolita News. At the top of the segment, Angelic Pretty has rolled out new photos of a release that looks like their waitress costume but capable of holding a petticoat. Sources are mixed on whether or not the designer got an earful for their previous endeavor, and it's anyone's bet on whether this is a step in the right direction or the person responsible has opened an entire line of couture service industry costumes, and this is just a step between poodle skirt car hop and Starbucks waitress that continuously misspells your name because she hates the ground you walk on. Rumor has it there's still room for a hotel receptionist and a retail associate look that says part faceless robot, part dead-eyed zombie that would celebrate if the place caught fire. Speaking of accidental arson, Meta has managed to not burn this reporter's corneas once more. This is the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen them make, and I don't know whether to be immensely impressed at the sudden uptick in amazing output or wait for the other shoe to drop like the hammer of Thor. Either way, Meta's on a hot streak. I'm loving everything about this. And we are either actually living in a world where this brand makes things of quality, or I've suffered a small stroke and am only partially tethered to reality. Meta can't keep making cute things this long without arousing suspicion, and you have my word I will stay on the case, if there is one, post the medical report on whether or not my brain has the processing power of a pile of pineapples. Turning back towards my reason for being, Angelic Pretty Osaka has released pictures of what looks to be a sample OP of the upcoming Unbirthday series. I cannot begin to describe my excitement, and this reporter is currently leaning in between the Saks colorway and mortgaging my left kidney to buy their entire stock because macarons and bunnies are serious business, and I am not above fighting a shifty man in a parking lot over the market cost of vital organs. I'm aware that escalated quickly, but we all have our priorities, and mine just so happened to be give me this fracking bunny dress or I will choke you with your own belt buckle. Meanwhile, as that about wraps up the week, this community has again managed to comport themselves like level-headed human beings, and no one is actively bleeding in the street. We turn towards Last Week Lolita News' next special segment. A rousing ride into this reporter's folder of nostalgia that no one needed but now everyone gets because life isn't fair, and this is just a step towards the realization that the woman behind this show is one teacup short of a party. Welcome to AP Snaps That Spark Joy. We are going off script. And to begin our journey into the few files in my brain that aren't panic screaming and wondering if that kid in 4th grade hated my guts, the first ad on our list is the one and only Cherry Berry Bunny. Everything about this is perfect. I love how over the top it is. Just look at those ribbons in her hair and the floating like jams and pastries, and even that strange little pig bunny thing in the corner, the lower left. I'm not really sure what that is. I don't know what that is, but it brings me joy. I kind of love it. I'm terrified of it. I am mortally afraid for my life, but I love it. And I just love Saks and pink together. And it's perfect, and I could stare at it all day, but we have to go to the next image, which is also Cherry Berry Bunny in pink this time. Oh, God. I have the pink JSK, and every time I look at this image, no matter how ridiculous it is, like, I don't know what's going on with her tongue there. Maybe she ate something recently. I hope she ate something, and she's not looking at her next kill. Like, that escalated quickly. But it's beautiful. Look how pretty it is. It's got the little neck straps that you don't see so much anymore. That's like an old thing. And the little bunnies. Oh, I love everything about this image. She's just been transported, and she's sitting on this little doily into this beautiful little pink strawberry universe. And her sidekick is a slouchy blue bunny thing. But I love it, and it's beautiful. Next up is Dreamy Dollhouse. An absolutely gorgeous print, one of my absolute favorites that AP has ever released. It was just so iconic back in the day. And looking at this image, it says to me dreamy. You have like, yeah, the color scheme of that really dark pink is kind of odd, but you've got these little floating stars, and she's got this, again, strange bunny rabbit in her hands, but like the little hair ribbons, and just this light lavender color with the old detachable sleeve blouses that you don't see too much anymore. And it's a little treasure of nostalgia, and looking at it makes me happy. This next ad, though, is even better because it's mint. Mint is my favorite color of Dreamy Dollhouse, and it's the one that I have, so I'm biased. And if you overlook the very strange, scary doll things that are scattered throughout, and the fact that she's looking at you through the mirror as if she's facing it, even though she's facing us. So I don't know what's going on in this image, but if you ignore all of that, if you ignore all the things you're going to need therapy for later, like, just look at her. She's so cute. Look at her frickin' wig. I love it. Oh, everything about this image. Like, she's sitting on a little bed that is apparently floating through a nightmarescape. Ignore that. Ignore that. But she just looks so cute. You look at her and you're like, this is so crazy. This is some weird, backwards, alternative universe, and I want to go there. Like, I would go there and sit with those frightening creatures for 0.2 seconds before I reconsidered my life choices. But, I would go initially. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful and dreamy. And this next, like, dreamy dollhouse one is so cute. Look, she's on like some kind of floating chair that you can't see the back of, and she's being hoisted up by balloons. But the thing is, like, there's just something absolutely just wacky about these old ads. And I love it because it's so off the wall, it like snags your attention immediately. And it's just, just looking at them, I would miss those days if it weren't for the fact that we used to have to sell on EGL LiveJournal, and that was really sketchy, and people used to ask for gift payments. So I wouldn't go back, kind of like how easy it is to buy Lolita these days. But I love this nostalgic feel of these really old wackadoodle ads, and I just like looking at them. The next one up is Happy Garden, which I love. Oh my God, Happy Garden. I mean, I know I said Cherry Berry Bunny was iconic, but like Happy Garden to me is just like, I don't have words to describe how pretty it is. Like, I just love it so much. It's got just little bunnies, and it's like Easter time because there's like little chicks and little baskets, and it's so pretty, and there's little eggs. It's adorable. And she's been transported into this little world of green grass and springtime and adorable bunnies with none of those creepy little dolls this time. Thank you, Jeebus. She just looks so cute and happy, by the way, which I should mention. She looks happy. Half of the AP models I've seen today look like they're actively giving birth. That's how much joy is in their eyes. This model looks happy to be here. And I'm not saying every model needs to smile, okay? I know this is like AP snaps that sparks joy, not like Tyler Judge's AP models. But try not to look so miserable every once in a while, please. But I mean, look at the little chick. Look at the little chick on the sign. It's like the little chick is like reading the sign, and you got the cute little bunnies, and there's a ribbon in the air. I don't know why. Why is there a ribbon in the air? I don't know. But it's nice. I like it. And everything about this just screams joy, and I just noticed that she's holding a tiny little egg, as if to say, I've got an egg. I'm gonna put it in my basket because I'm on an Easter egg hunt, and that's fun. Unlike looking like you're actively pushing another human being out of your body. I'm judging some of you out there, some of you AP professional models who will never watch this. Hopefully. So many lawsuits. Oh, there's another picture. This time it is the blue colorway, the Saks colorway, which I am biased for because it makes it look like a blue sky, right? With white, fluffy clouds and like the happiest bunnies you've ever seen roaming around. And I know I've lost some of my hype now, but I'm just so comfortable just looking at this. It's like soothing. It's practically soothing, these old ads, because they just look happy. They all look so happy. I'm gonna harp on that until these models stop looking like they're dying inside slowly. It's like, oh, I just noticed she's holding a tiny umbrella. I like your tiny umbrella. And I think it's made of a broken Easter egg. It totally is. That tiny umbrella is made of a broken Easter egg, and I love it. And I just noticed that. Fantastic. Oh my God, it's in pink. I forgot about this ad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a bias for pink, and I love it, and it's beautiful. Oh God, it's gorgeous. I love it. I can even overlook those weird stripy socks that she's wearing and the fact that she looks like she's about to sing, frack. I forgot the frackin' song. What is it? The hills are alive with the sound of music. Sound of music? She's gonna go yodel somewhere, okay? That's what this hair reminds me of. And it's beautiful and it's happy, and she's carrying a bunny that doesn't give me nightmares, and I like that about it. And I can even forgive her weird little open toe shoes. I hate open toe shoes. Those like peekaboo toe shoes where it's like you get like 2 toes in there and you look like a space alien. It's just like, that reminds me of Laura's joke. She's like, at the beginning you have 10 toes, at the end there will be only 2. Like, that's what that looks like. It's a weird aesthetic. Open-toed shoes with socks. I mean, you're essentially wearing the Lolita version of socks with sandals. And I know this doesn't spark joy right now, but I have a problem where I pick apart everything I look at, and it causes me much suffering. It's beautiful. I love it in pink. It's so fantastic and wonderful, and I love everything about this. Little Bear's Cafe. What can you even say? I love this dress. Lore hates this dress. Because it has squirrels on it. But I love everything about it. This dress is one that cannot be appreciated unless you look close up at the print. And I'm looking at her wearing it with her cute little like right angle pose and her little scepter, and she's got her little hand on her hip, and she just looks fantastic. And she's out in the wild and she looks happy to be there. She doesn't look like she's actively dying, and I love it. And it's just nice to look at these old snaps and just to look at the print for a second. Like, look at the little bear. The little bear has like a spoon and a teacup, and another bear is eating a donut. Oh God, I love it so much. I'm sorry, I'm like slowly losing my mind over here because I love it. This other bear is just holding a spoon and he seems to be thinking about it. I think he has some honey on there or something. And there's the cute little squirrel, and he's just holding a cupcake or some nonsense over his head. And it's amazing. The closer you look, the more little details you see, and I love it when AP does prints like that. Oh my God. Okay, back it up a little bit. We're gonna go deep on this one. This was the ad that made me buy Little Bear's Cafe. 100%. This was the ad. Everything about it is beautiful and perfect. First, if you look around at this giant cornucopia of bears and sweets and like just insanity surrounding them. I don't think there's a single squirrel in there. I don't know why. I don't know why they cut the squirrel for this one. Comment below if you find a squirrel in this circle. The girl on like the right-hand side is just fantastic, and this ad is what made me buy Little Bear's Cafe, because she has this gorgeous like puffy hair. Like, they styled her hair in this kind of puffy manner, and she has the bangs and the giant bow, and it's just this perfect combo of like chocolatey caramel colors meeting like these warm pastel pinks, and it's just phenomenal all put together. It's just so pretty, and it just makes me think bakeries and sweets, and just, it's got a warmth to the image. And I know I've gone into like meta speaking about the image, not really about the dress, but there's just something so warm about it. And anytime I look at it, I just have the memory of first seeing this image and just being obsessed with this dress. And I don't know, it's got a special place in my memory because of that, and I just love this release so much, and I just love the feel of this image. It's just beautiful, and I want them to do more things like that, and less things like against a random white wall that's really boring, and I'm getting back into judging people. It's in my nature, I'm sorry, but this is beautiful. Everything about it is beautiful, and I love it. We are on to Melty Chocolate. Melty Chocolate is amazing. I am biased because someone very special to me got me that Melty Chocolate OP in pink, in brown, pink and chocolate, whatever the colorway is. And because of that, I will always, always, always love this print. And this print was obviously a big deal back in the day too. But when I look at it, it just makes me happy, and it reminds me of that time. And seeing ads like this back in the day, it was like everything that you aspire to be as like a Lolita, a sweet Lolita specifically, obviously. I don't know what you Gothic people or classic people are off doing. I suppose you're hiding in caves and couches or some shit. I don't know what you do. But that was some shade. Sweet Lolita, specifically, like AP at the top of their game in the 2008, 2012 era. I know they call it 2010 sweet, but like there were some pretty damn good prints in that time. And this was one of them, and oh God, it's just gorgeous. And I love that they're little chocolates, like they're in a little chocolate box, and each of them, like 2 of them at least, are like little chocolates themselves, just coming out and becoming people, apparently. And I love the entire idea behind this image. And just looking at it, it makes me happy, because there's like sweets, and it even says angelic pretty sweet chocolate fairy, which isn't remotely the name of the print. I presume they were going for an aesthetic, but it's beautiful. Memorial cake in sacks. That's blue for the uninitiated. Everything about this ad is extra, including the exposure, because I mean, you can barely see anything, but what you can make out is so dense and extra. It is just like fantasy come to life. This is the ad that made me want the Saks colorway, honestly, because I had the pink one before and I saw this ad floating around the interwebs and I was like, need. Not once, need. It transports me back to my time when I was a babby Lolita in the EGL LiveJournal days, and just looking at everything that Angelic Pretty had to offer, like seeing posts on like Daily Lolita and seeing posts on the EGL main page too. And I look at it and there's just something like vaguely, like, I hate to whip out the word magical again, but it was. And looking at it is just, it takes you back to that same time. And it's like, it almost makes me want to cry. I know that's ridiculous, like looking at an advertisement, but it captures the magic that is this fashion, and it's so absolutely over the top. And even though you can hardly make out the print, I just love everything about it. It's like a fairy world come to life, and it's something that you can do. It's not even something out of your reach. It's so, I don't know, there's just something so fantastic about it. This is Memorial Cake in pink. This is a completely different take. You'll notice the last ad was all magical and fantastical and like a fairy world. This one is more like, I don't know what's going on, like a dolly world in a way, because you'll notice she's standing on someone's hand, which I just noticed now. Great research on my part. And there's an even tinier her on her shoulder, and there's a teeny tiny her on the castle, and there's another one with a parasol floating on a cloud. I don't know who thought this up. It's a whole thing, but it's beautiful. Like, I love the pink colorway in this. And even though it is the high-waisted version, which means your tits are gonna be hiked up to the stratosphere, it's beautiful, and I love it. And it's just, I know I'm losing a lot of my hype now. It's like these images are like soothing, practically. It's just, you stare at them and they take whatever energy you have and they just pull it down until you could essentially teach a yoga class at the same vocal tone, you know? But it's, oh God, it's so pretty. I love it in pink. I love the magical feel, this like toy box feel of this ad. It's just so fun and I love it. And she's just cute. Okay, roll it back. Roll it back. We're about to get serious in here. This is an ad for Milky Chan the Fawn. Milky Chan. Okay, okay. Beautiful. Oh my God, the brown colorway. I slept on the brown colorway for a while, but this ad, which I only found a couple of days ago, by the way, I had a big collection of AP ads. I did not have this one. Oh God, that brown just pops. And with the pink, it's like, that's some next level shit right there. Like, oh God, it's gorgeous. I love everything about it. I know she's got that like model face on where she's just like, you know, 404 does not compute or some nonsense. I don't know where I was going with that, but her face is as flat as that joke was. It is still an amazing ad because that cord, she's got a deer for a purse, okay? This is some next level shit. Don't play with me. It's amazing. And then it's like she's got her like friend in the mirror, and I almost look upset. Like, I'm so taken aback by how awesome this is. I am upset. It's just beautiful. Like, look at those brown tones, and look at the little, they're advertising the socks and the bow and the little like headpiece, the little plastic headband, and the bangles and the ring. It's like whole series. You know what you get today with AP? Sometimes you get just a dress, not even a head bow. Not even a head bow. Cat had cat ears. That's not a head bow. Fight me. That was aggressive. I'm still mad because like Cat's gorgeous, except for, you know, the derpy cat faces that look like they were done by an impressionist. But it's cat print, so I had to have it. Needs a head bow. Head bow. Got off topic there. Looking at Milky Chan the Fawn in brown. Gorgeous, but you know what's even prettier? Milky Chan the Fawn in pink. Oh, heck yes. And this time her friend is wearing the brown version in the little space mirror. But the pink version, I know her cord is more plain and her cord isn't as impressive as the brown model's cord, but this is like back to the basics Lolita. Like, this is Lolita incarnate. This is where you start. She's got the white blouse and the white socks with the little pink fawns, with the pink dress and the pink bow. This is the starting point of Sweet Lolita. It's just like pastel plus white. This is where you begin. And that's what this ad just reminds me of. It just reminds me of the days when like all of us only had like one white blouse and maybe 3 or 4 dresses, tops. Some of us only had one white blouse and one dress. But we were so happy to have that. We were so over the moon. And those of you who haven't gotten into this fashion yet, I almost envy you the moment that you get your first blouse and dress combo and you put it on your body and you go to the mirror and you just get this feeling of elation. It feels amazing. Like, that's what it feels like, and that's what this fashion does for many people, not just people like me who are obviously off their rocker. And that's what this ad reminds me of back in the day, in the basics. The cute little dress spread underneath when AP used to release multiple cuts of things. Judging you, AP. Judging you. I forgot about this ad. I forgot about this ad. This ad is everything I love about AP. It's gorgeous. Look at her fracking everything. I'm just gonna lose my mind over here. I'm just gonna be yelling at my computer screen. I don't have the white one. This makes me want the white one. Like, everything about it is gorgeous. She's got her little beret. She's got the little deer bag. She apparently is holding a mirror, I presume. And she's in this adorably photoshopped little house where apparently lamps go on the floor and shoes go on the table. This ad is just fracking amazing in all aspects, and I love it. And I love her socks, and I love the little JSK, and I love the way they did her hair, even though she seems to be growing a small potato that they covered in fuzz on the side of her head. I'm sure that's a hairstyle. It's probably twin tails. It's just the beret making it look weird to me, and it's only me, so don't worry. I just noticed that they're advertising the matching like bags, wallets, and plastic jewelry in those little frames. I was so taken away by her outfit and everything about it. I was like, forget memory lane. Like, I'm going full speed on memory highway right now. I can't even react for you because I'm just like, I'm stuck in my own head. I'm just gonna zen out and leave you all here. Okay, we're gonna do one more. I don't know how many we've done. Let me find out. Yeah, we've done a lot. Holy cow. All right, we're gonna round it off with the best. All right, we're gonna round it off with the best. And I think there's only, okay, yeah, there's only 2 images. And you know what? I'll make this a series if you want to endure more of this, or you have masochistic tendencies. So for our last one for this video, because I'm going to run out of energy to continue to emote at you because it is exhausting because of how amazing all of this is. Like, it's going to suck my soul out of my body and I'm just gonna float through the ether until I get back to myself. It's a dark way to put that, but that's how my brain operates. Anyway, for our final release, the whimsical Vanilla Chan ads. Look at them. Look at them and tell me your soul doesn't slowly seep out of your body in pure joy. That's a frightening way to describe a positive feeling. That's where my mind went. I love everything about this, and yes, it comes from a bias of loving this print more than my own life. But I love it. There's little paper, whimsical vanilla chans all over the place, and I do mean all over the place. She's got candy on the table next to her, and she's just adorable. Again, back to the basics. She's got the white blouse with the pink JSK and this gorgeous bow and all these little kittens. They've done her hair up perfectly with these ribbons and the head bow, and she's just adorable. I don't know why she's trying to get up under that table, but she's adorable. And everything about this ad is just... I'm gonna zen out hard here, that's all I'm saying. Even better though, honestly, and I just like that she looks a little more happy here. She looks slightly less like she's been caught in the act of some kind of illicit crime, which I guess all crimes are illicit. Redundancy is my specialty. But it's so cute. Just look at her. Just look at the little cats. And one cat appears to be sleepy, and another cat is just sitting there, and she's holding one of the little paper cats, and the mint color just pops. And it's just, she just looks like she lives in her own little cat world. Like she just lives there in a cottage with small cats. I'm gonna go into like ASMR soon. That's how low this is gonna take me. Like I'm gonna turn into a small puddle of Lolita. Like I can barely look at this without just zenning out on all of you, and it's just beautiful, and everything about it makes me happy. Everything looks so fluffy and light and pastel, and I'm even leaning on this table now because I can barely stay awake. Like I'm gonna put myself to sleep. I want this print so badly, but that aside, just looking at it is just, it's so gorgeous, and it's so lovely. I think that's the first time I've said that word without gagging, and now you've heard it. And I think that's where we'll wrap it up, because if we go any longer, I'm gonna pass out. That's how zenned out I am right now. I am gonna pass out. So, I think that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for watching Last Week Lolita News, and be sure to tune in next week when we do something that's not this. This isn't scripted. I didn't write anything for this, okay? If you want someone to blame for that, you should know that this show is sponsored in part by BB&B. They are the best fracking jewelry maker I have ever seen, and I am obsessed with their works. Also, we have done a collaboration, which I will show here. It is like a caramel, fight me over the pronunciation, ice cream necklace, and it is amazing. I love it so much, and it is like a thing that we did together. It's like I wanted to make a necklace thing, and now it's a thing. It's a thing that exists, and now BB&B has made something inspired by me, and I'm just like, I want to cry. Like, that's how happy I am. I'm just like, BB&B is amazing, and now they've made a thing. It's amazing, and I love it. But anyway, I would also like to thank my patrons for continuing along with me, even when I produce things like this. Thank you. I very much appreciate that, and I hope you haven't abandoned ship post this episode. Crossing my fingers. Pretty high odds of that happening. I'm doomed. But that aside, one more thing. I will be at Paradiso this coming weekend. I believe that is the 24th through the 26th. If it's not, I will edit in the correct dates so that you don't have to listen to me spout the wrong ones. And I think that wraps up the thing. So the one thing that I do remember is, thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you next time. If you ever come back to this channel after what I've put you through.